came along to Christchurch. Explain to those who don't know you, what were you suffering from?
I was sensitive to most chemicals, right down to people's shampoos, with the perfumes and everything, and solvents and all sorts of things. So I was very isolated. And I came along wearing a mask that had a carbon filter in behind it, just to help alleviate some of the symptoms.
Now you smelled like perfumes after or some strong smell. How would your body react to that?
A lot of pain, affected my heart, affected my lungs, a lot of neurological happenings where I'd have trouble standing, talking, just absolute panic breaking out throughout the whole body.
So how long were you like that for?
It started back in 2006, and just slowly the symptoms built from things in the food to droplets in the air to just the actual fumes, like from a car and things. Really.
So how much time did you have to stay at home to escape all these smells?
Well, it was like a tangle trying to actually work out how I could actually move in the world. So I had little nose filters, and I taught myself to be able to talk without breathing in so people couldn't notice. But then if I was around a lot of people for a lot of time, the nose filters were not adequate, because eventually I would huff in, and of course it would hit the lungs, and or if the nose filters leaked, then it's like two hot pokers going up through your nose, because the nerves in your nose go straight into the neurological system.
Wow! And so explain. What's the worst case scenario you suffered? Like, was it fits or seizures, or what were some of the reactions you had on a bad day when you were outside?
I wouldn't actually put it that way. It was just pain, it was difficult. But the worst possible thing was the isolation and the disconnection that I had from everything. Because of course church was not possible in the later stages of the illness. And it was just all the time trying to figure out and try to put in a plan how I could actually get out and connect and do things. Because even staying at home, the inevitable would happen. Somebody would come to the door, I'd step back, but it would be too late. They might have had just washed their hair or something, and it was just enough. So even my home wasn't safe.
Explain, you came to Christchurch with your mask on. What happened after prayer?
Well, on the clip that you took of me, I just said it just happened, because I was sort of in a daze when John came and pulled me to the front and he prayed for me, and I just ended up on the floor, and everything just returned to normal. My heart, the top of the heart was busy filling up with blood, pumping really fast, and so I was having trouble to, operate, and the lungs, my lungs were all closed up, and my skin was burning, my eyes were sore, and everything just instantly went. And I sort of flew off the floor to tell you, John, and you go, Jesus isn't finished with you. And he does that, and over I go again, and just about knock my husband out as he's trying to catch me. And then I get up for a second time, and I strip off my mask, and my sense of smell, everything was normal. Wow.
It's exciting.
It was crazy. It had not been like that since 2011, and I was absolutely just gobsmacked.
Give the Lord a hand. That was absolutely wonderful.
He heals the sick, and he heals the lame. Says you can do it too, in Jesus' name.